So hello everyone. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience yesterday. So ngayon gagawa ako ng video na lang para maging asynchronous. Wow, teacher! Para maging asynchronous na lang yung discussion ko with regards to the fourth part ng psychological statistics natin na basically refresher lang naman to siya. So, yun. Gusto ko kasi tapusin yung psychological assessment because I'm excited for the next month, which is, I think, abnormal psychology, if I'm not mistaken. Favorite subject ko kasi yung abnormal psychology, and I'm very, very, very much excited na mag-discuss regarding abnormal psychology. Of all the subjects, I feel like abnormal psychology yung pinaka-capable ako in teaching or in discussing kasi feeling ko yun yung pinaka-gamay ko siya. Tapos yung psychological assessment kasi, gusto ko siya. I like psychological assessment. Yun yung pinaka-gusto kong sinasagutan. And then yun yung parang gusto kong pinaka-gusto kong pinag-uusapan. Parang pinaka-madami akong masishare ganun. And then, of course, I.O. I hate I.O. Dahil say okay lang naman. So yun, as a continuation of our discussion or the last session of our discussion para sa psychological testing and assessment. So before anything, I am Sindao. I am from the RPM Tweet community, 25 and 26. So yun. As a reminder, always reminder, take my lectures as a grain of salt. No? At the end of the day, kung ano pa rin yung naintindihan nyo, with all of the lectures, yun pa rin yung isasagot nyo sa board examination. Wag sana na maging rason nyo is, eto yung sagot ko because eto yung sinabi ni Sindao, or eto yung sinabi ni Miss Sinag, or eto yung sinabi ni Sir JP. Sana maging rason nyo during the board examination or kapag nagde-drills kayo is, eto yung sagot kasi eto yung alam kong sagot. Okay? At the end of the day, the review classes or your review journey is all about preparing yourself, preparing your critical thinking skills para maging professional, para maging psychometrician, para masama sa professional psychology itself. You have to know the concepts, understand the concepts, and then lastly, own them, okay, as your own, as a professional. Without further ado, let's do it. First, so yun nga, before we were able to talk about the descriptive statistics, okay? Doon na nagre-revolve na yun around measures of central tendency, distribution, and so on and so forth. So now we're going on to inferential statistics. Nasama siya sa discussion natin, sharing ko kagabi, no? Inferential statistics, you have three, no, na possible na pinagagamitan ng inferential statistics. You have comparison or compare. You also have testing your hypothesis testing, and then of course, the most widely used, ginagamit natin in the psychology profession, correlation and regression. Later on, we'll talk about these things. So, yan. Bear with me na lang. We only have 8 slides naman, so siguro kaya. And then, yeah. Inferential statistics and descriptive statistics. Before that, inferential statistics, it talks about inferring, making a conclusion, making an idea out of your data. In comparison sa descriptive statistics, it describes your data itself, okay? Yun yung difference nila. Sa descriptive statistics, binibigyan ka niya ng idea kung ano yung data mo, or what does your data look like, what does your data represent, okay? Yun yung si descriptive statistics, measures of central tendency, so on and so forth, mean, median, mode, and so on and so forth. While si inferential statistics naman, binibigyan ka niya ng idea kung ano yung pwede mong makuha from your data. Binibigyan ka niya ng conclusion na si data mo is ganito. Okay? It involves possibly cause and effect, na pag ito yung ginawa mo is ganito yung mangyayari, ganun si inferential statistics. So first part of our discussion in inferential statistics, you have comparison, comparing. In comparison, we have two, t-test and ANOVA. Okay? Si t-test at si ANOVA lang yan. So, ayan. I'm trying na hindi tayo mag-cut for this video, but yeah, may kinuha lang ako because my notes were downstairs pala. So, yun. Okay. Comparison, you have t-test and ANOVA. Basically, compare, pag nagko-compare ka naman, di ba? At least 2 yung data mo. So, yung difference lang ni t-test at ni ANOVA, si t-test may dalawang data, tapos i-compare mo yun siya. Okay? Pinagkaibahan naman ni dependent at independent t-test. Okay? Si t-test kasi may dalawa siya na type. Dependent and the independent t-test. Independent t-test, ladies and gentlemen, you have 2 groups. Okay? Independent with one another. Okay? You have 2 groups, tapos i-measure mo sila tag-isa, one time per group. Okay? Dependent t-test naman, on the other hand, you have 1 group, tapos you're going to measure them at different times. Okay? Twice mo sila i-measure. Yun dependent t-test. Basically, ang ginagamit si t-test pag dalawa yung data set mo. Tapos, mag-vary lang yan kung ano yung gagamitin mo, dependent or independent, kung ilan yung grupo mo or ilang beses ka mag-administer. Okay? So, we have ANOVA, analysis of variance. Of course, ang tatandaan lang sa ANOVA is it means analysis of variance. Variance. Pag variance, hindi naman pwede yung variance na dalawa lang yung dataset mo. Meaning, one way man yan or repeated measures ANOVA, it compares the mean of more than 2 data sets. Okay? Dalawa, more than 2 yung data sets mo. Meaning it's 3, 4, 5 yung data set mo. Okay? You have, ang difference naman ni one way at repeated ANOVA, one way siya kasi one time mo lang silang iti-test tapos more than 2 yung groups mo. Okay? More than 2 yung groups mo tapos multiple times mo sila iti-test. One time mo lang sila iti-test. Okay? Again, one-way ANOVA is one time mo lang sila iti-test tapos multiple yung group mo. Madami yung group mo. Then we have repeated measures ANOVA. Repeated measures itself, self-explanatory. Multiple times mo silang iti-test tapos isang group. More than 2 times mo silang iti-test tapos isang group. Then, papasok na dito yung MANOVA. Okay? MANOVA naman, pag multiple times mo silang iti-test, tapos multiple groups din. Okay? Yun yung, basically, yun yung MANOVA. Okay? Sana gets yun. If you have any questions, I will be at the Discord this 9 p.m. Sana matandaan ko. Kasi baka mag-bedtime kami. Char lang. Sana matandaan ko na pumunta sa Discord para if ever you have questions, you can ask there. Okay. Refresher lang to with regards to statistics, no? We have dependent and independent variable. Remember lang, dependent variable, yun yung data na i-collect mo. Yun yung mismong data mula doon sa test na ginamit mo. Independent variable naman, on the other hand, yun yung variable na minamanipulate mo. Yun yung variable na chine-change mo, yun yung kinokontrol mo na variable. Okay? Mnemonics lang. Dependent variable, data you collect. No? Dependent, data you collect. Independent variable, the variable I, independent change. The variable I, change. Okay? Yun yung binabago-bago natin. Another thing, I think hindi ko to na-mention from my previous sharing, we have categorical or qualitative and then continuous or quantitative. Basically, categorical or qualitative, yun yung mga data natin na nominal or ordinal. Okay? Nominal, if you remember, that's 1, 2, 3, tapos and not in an order, tapos green, blue, anything, pangalan, lugar, noun, and so on and so forth. You also have ordinal naman, something na may degree, may magnitude, may strength, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 in an order. First, second, third, fourth in an order, okay? And then you also have continuous and quantitative. Continuous naman and quantitative or quantitative, it's the ratio or interval, as basic as that. Ratio, if you remember, something that has absolute zero, diba? If you remember. Interval naman, yun yung mga bagay na may equal gaps within each other, equal steps, equal intervals sa pagitan ng numbers 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Parang ganon, okay? Basic lang, refresher lang. So yan. And now let's go on sa comparison pa rin tayo. You have here parametric and non-parametric test. Ito yung first resource ko dito, yung kay naging basis ko dito, pinakauna is yung kay Wix-Eman. And then nag-verify lang ako from the Cohen, nag-verify lang ako from other references, and then yun. Ito yung nakuha ko. And then yun. Pwede nyo tong, kaya meron akong ganito kasi ginagamit ko to every time na mag-a-answer ako ng drills, ng psych assessment. Sinusulat ko muna to siya with the other na ipapakita ko sa inyo later on. Ito yung conversion kung ano yung alternative mo from from parametric test, and then ano yung alternative mo sa kanya sa non-parametric test. Si parametric test, ladies and gentlemen, gagamitin mo siya. Yung na-discuss ko kanina, gagamitin mo siya if and only if your data are ratio or interval. Okay? Continuous yung data mo. Pag ratio or interval yung data mo, data na ginather mo, kinolect mo, you're going to use the parametric test. Gagamitin mo naman si non-parametric test if and only if nominal or ordinal yung data set mo. Okay? Now, let's go. You have here sa pinakataas na line is parametric test, DV measured, and then number of groups tested, then non-parametric test. Yan yung mga label nila. Sa baba is yung anong type of data na gagamitin mo when if you want to use this, or pag ito yung data mo, ito yung gagamitin mo. Okay? You have here independent test. Yun nga, say mentioned earlier, one time mo lang i-measure yung dependent variable mo, tapos dalawa yung grupo mo. Wait lang, Albert. Okay, I'm so sorry. One time mo lang i-measure yung DV mo, dependent variable mo, tapos dalawang grupo yung tinitest mo. Ang non-parametric conversion niya is Mann-Whitney U-test. Okay? Independent, one times DV measured, dalawang grupo. If non-parametric, use Mann-Whitney U-test. Okay? Dependent t-test naman, on the other hand, you have here dalawang beses mong i-measure yung dependent variable mo sa iisang grupo lang. Okay? Iisang grupo lang, dalawang beses mo i-measure yung dependent variable mo, and then ang conversion niya or ang alternative niya on non-parametric as a non-parametric test, Wilcoxon sign rank test. Okay? Wilcoxon sign rank test, dependent t-test. Okay? Sana gets. And then you also have ANOVA, one-way. ANOVA na one-way is one time i-measure yung DV mo, tapos more than twice yung number of groups mo. Okay? More than dalawa yung grupo, meaning 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or and so on and so forth. Yung dami ng grupo mo, tapos yung DV mo is one time measured. Yan yung analysis of variance na one way. And then, alternative niya on non-parametric test, you have Kruskal-Wallis H test. Kruskal-Wallis H test, more than 2 yung groups, one time mo lang i-measure yung DV mo, and then, if parametric test siya, one-way ANOVA or ANOVA one-way. On the next naman, we have here ANOVA, repeated measures, and then, gagamitin mo yung ANOVA repeated measures nga when you are going to test or collect the data more than twice. Okay? More than twice. You're going to collect the data more than twice on one group. Okay? And then, ang alternative niya on non-parametric test is you have Friedman test as basic as that. Okay? Friedman test po yung gagamitin natin if non-parametric test, tapos kung one group, tapos more than twice mo siyang kukunin. More than twice mo siyang i-measure. Okay? Sana gets siya. Basta, ang main point ko, kaya ko pinapakita to is because eto yung ginagawa ko every time na magte-test ako ng psychological testing and assessment na any drill is sinusulat ko muna ito siya. Then, saka ko mag-answer ng drill. Whether may lalabas na ganito or not, at least I'm ready. Tapos, yun. Basta, yun yung tinatawag ko siya na cheat sheet ko siya. No? Kasi sa assessment naman kasi na board examination, bibigyan ko ng paper, tapos yung testing questionnaire nyo, yung questionnaire nyo, pwede naman kasing sulatin yung questionnaire. So, yun yung plano ko sana na isusulat ko siya sa questionnaire tapos maging basic ko na siya for everything. And then, wag lang talaga masulatan yung is yung Scantron. Scantron, wag sulatan. Wag sulatan yung Scantron. Now, let's move on to hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing basically is, gagamitin mo lang, basically, chi-square test. Si chi-square test yung gagamitin mo kung may null hypothesis ka or kung may hypothesis ka itself. Okay? Ganun lang yan. Basically, si chi-square test used to quantify statistical difference of the data, of the actual data na nag-gather mo, and then in comparison doon sa null hypothesis mo or kung wala ka pang nakuhang data. Tapos we have two types ng parang two branches ng chi-square test, hindi naman necessarily na types ng chi-square test. Two branches ng chi-square test, you have either test of independence or goodness of fit test. Si test of independence, basically test the relatedness of the categorical variables. Tinetest niya kung tama ba yung pagiging related ba talaga yung variables mo. Okay? For example, wait lang. So yun nga, test of independent chi-square test on of independence, bibigyan ka lang niya ng idea kung related ba yung one category, one variable to the other variable. For example, is nag-test ka ng age and then relationship status. Related ba na kapag eto yung edad mo is may jowa ka na agad or hindi? Or ganun ba? Another example we also have here, for example, gender and then kung magiging basis ba ng gender mo yung preferences mo sa bagay-bagay, for example. And yun yung tinetest ni test for independence, okay? And then you also have the goodness of fit test, okay? Si goodness of fit test naman, itetest niya kung yung variable mo is nagmamatch ba sa isang existing distribution. Ang pinaka at the top of my mind na example nito is, for example, you have three therapies, psychotherapy, counseling, and then CBT. Si CBT ba, yung tatlong test na ba yun is nagmamatch ba sa sa isang distribution na gumaling si patient, hindi masyadong hindi siya gumaling, or hindi nagbago yung estado ni patient. So, ano yung matches nun? Ano yung pagkaka-match up nun? Na si CBT ba mas nakakapag-alleviate ng nakakapag-help siya sa mental health, si counseling ba mas nakakapag-help, so yun yung tinetest ni goodness of fit test, kung saan kung ano yung mas fitting na match up, parang ganun si goodness of fit test. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the pinakasikat na bagay sa psychological testing and assessment. We have correlation and regression. Basic lang. O diba? Ginagaslight ko kayo na basic lang, pero of course, nahirapan talaga ako. But basic lang yung iniisip dito correlation and regression. Correlation, strength or magnitude, and then the direction of the relationship. Okay? So, yung dalawang bagay, ano ba talaga yung lakas ng relasyon nila. For example, kami ni Dandin, si Dingit. For example, positive ba yung direction ng relationship? Meaning nun, pag nag-increase, yung isa is nag-increase din yung isa, or negative ba yung strength ng relationship namin? Meaning nun, pag nagde-decrease yung isa, nagde-decrease din yung another variable, or naman, indirect yung relationship nila, meaning nung indirect, pag tumataas yung isang variable, bumababa yung isang variable. Ganun lang yung correlation. And then you also have regression. Si regression naman, dito na yung mga nagpa-predict ka ng isang bagay. Na for example, nag-study ka, no? Nagbigay ka ng nag-allot ka ng 60 for example, nagbigay ka ng 60 hours, 2 hours, for example, ng oras ng pagsa-study. Tapos, will it predict? No? So, ipapredict mo kung ilan yung magiging score mo. Pag nag-study ka ng 2 hours, sabihin mo, maybe 60 yung magiging score ko. Pag nag-study ka ng 3 hours, maybe mga 70 yung score ko. Ganun si regression. Okay? As basic as that. Although, of course, may facets pa si regression, and I think madidiscuss lang yan or matatakal lang natin yan or maybe not me, pero matatakal lang yan sa ibang lectures. Okay? So, we have, now, we're going to talk about kung ano yung measurements na ginagamit sa correlation. Si regression kasi, wala akong copy ng, or kung meron man na ganito ng regression, wala akong copy. So, basically, ito lang yung gagamitin natin kay correlation. So, yun nga. Ito yung mga measurements na ginagamit natin kay correlation. Continuous data nga, as I said, yung continuous data are interval and or ratio. Okay? So, you also have artificial dichotomous. Artificial dichotomous, ladies and gentlemen, these are the data na man-made yung choices mo. Dichotomous meaning dalawa yung choices mo. Tapos pag artificial dichotomous, man-made yung dalawang choices mo. Walang definite na representation yung dalawang choices mo. For example, pass or fail. What does passing mean? It means nasa above the passing rate ka, no? So, ano yung ilan ba talaga yung pass na yon? Ilan yung score mo para pumasa, 'di ba? Hindi naman sure kung ilan talaga kasi pwedeng 60 tapos 61, 62, 60, hindi siya definite. Tapos fail naman, hindi rin definite kung ilan yung fail kasi ang alam mo lang pag below the passing rate ka, fail ka na. Pero hindi pa rin sure, hindi pa rin definite na pag pass or pag fail ka is eto yung score mo talaga na 60 or 59 yung score mo, for example. No? So yun yung artificial dichotomous, man-made, hindi sure, hindi definite. So si true dichotomous naman on the other hand is definite yung two choices mo. For example, male or female, lalaki or babae. Hindi naman with respects to the members of the LGBT, of course, hindi naman pag sinabi mong male, 'di ba? Lalaki, meaning nun, the assumption is may male genitalia ka, for example. Pag sinabi mong female, may female genitalia ka, for example. And yun yung true dichotomous. Another example natin ng true dichotomous is, yun nga, heads or tails. Pag coin flip naman, hindi pwedeng nakatayo lang yung coin, diba? So, heads lang or tails siya, no? Madami yung pwede natin maging example. You also have single or taken, no? Pag single or taken, single meaning wala kang boyfriend. Taken meaning may boyfriend ka or girlfriend ka. You're in a relationship. Kahit walang label yan, kung walang label, kami na yun ni Dandin. Pinipilit. So, yun. Basically, yung paggamit nito, si correlation, pag continuous both yung data mo, pag dalawang continuous data yung gagamitin mo, you're going to use the Pearson R coefficient. Okay? Pearson R coefficient. Pag naman continuous, tapos artificial dichotomous yung data mo, you're going to use Pearson, oh my gosh, wait lang, nagkamali ata yan. Nagkamali lang yan. Nagkamali yan. Pearson R din yan, hindi yan biserial R. I don't know kung asan ko nakuha si biserial R. Okay, Pearson R yan. Pearson R. Pag continuous and artificial, Pearson R. Same din sa baba. Pag continuous, tapos data, tapos artificial dichotomous, Pearson R. Okay? Hindi yan biserial R. I don't know where I got the biserial R. Tapos pag naman continuous data, tapos true dichotomous, you're going to use point biserial. Okay? Continuous data and then true dichotomous, point by serial. You see, it's parallel to there. Continuous data, tapos true dichotomous, point by serial. Pag artificial dichotomous to artificial dichotomous, you're going to use the Spearman-Rho or the tetrachoric R. Okay? Tapos, pag naman si artificial dichotomous at si true dichotomous, you're going to use the phi coefficient or phi coefficient. I don't know how you're going to read that, but yeah, that's it. Phi coefficient, phi coefficient. Pag artificial dichotomous and then true dichotomous yung data na ginagamit mo. Basically, if you're going to answer it on a drill, i-identify nyo muna kung ano yung mga data nyo. Pag na-identify nyo na kung ano yung mga dalawang data nyo, tignan nyo na dito. I-plot nyo na dito siya. Yung first data ko is continuous variable or continuous data siya. So, ano yung next variable ko? Yung next variable ko is true dichotomous. Tapos, i-plot nyo lang kung asan sila nag-meet. So, since continuous and true dichotomous, point by serial. Ganun lang gamitin tong cheat sheet na nakita ko online. Nakita ko lang din to sa RPM tweet. I'm not sure kung sino yung mismong gumawa ng cheat sheet na to. Kasi sadly, hindi ko pala siya na-bookmark. Sinave ko lang yung photo. And it's my fault, guys. So, yun. Sana may naiintindihan kayo with regards to correlation and regression, the chi-square or hypothesis testing, and of course, yung sa comparison. No? Again, I apologize for the inconvenience last night. Medyo mahina talaga internet namin kagabi pala nag-post yung namin internet provider namin kagabi. So, mahina pala talaga or wala talaga internet kagabi dahil sa ulan. Na parang may nahulog na kahoy or whatever, I don't know. But yun, sana may naintindihan kayo with my sharing. And yun lang. Thank you very much for listening. Bye guys. Bye.